So in today's video, so let me know if these no intro videos are a bit better for you, that way I don't waste 25 seconds of your life. Today we're going to be reacting to, again, Nico Leonard, and it is Watch Expert Reacts to P. Diddy's Fake Watch Collection. So a few months ago I heard about the whole P. Diddy situation and everything that's been happening around that, but I just so happened to see my recommended videos and Nico Leonard has again popped up because I watched so many of his videos. Nico Leonard goes into quite a bit of detail during the first 2 minutes of his video, so I'm just going to cut it to when the actual video starts. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting very strong with a genuine piece of shit, with a genuine watch being fiddled with, played with by P. Diddy.
Literally, not even 30 seconds in, there's a swear word.
259400. A Royal Oak that wasn't...
And I have a feeling that a lot of these watches are probably going to be blinged out or very, very, very diamond and rubies. Because when you've got P. Diddy's type of money, that's all you do.
Born the way it looks like. It wasn't born with those diamonds. He wanted to make a chandelier, but he cut corners. It's a rose gold onomatopoeia Royal Oak.
As Nico Leonard just said.
That's how it was born. P. Diddy done his fiddling and his diddling and made it in baby oil. Now all of a sudden it shines, and it shines like a proper piece of shit. Worth $30,000.
Like I said, the first 2 minutes of the video was more like what this was.
And we know the gist, and if this is the first time you watch it, if you add diamonds yourself to a watch, it decreases the value of the watch. That's not my problem, that's Diddy's problem. But the fact is that certain watches are from historic importance. Don't get me wrong, this is not a very important watch.
I would like it if I had less of the diamonds
on it. For me, I would like to
that.
compare this situation with the automotive world. It's like buying a BMW 5 Series, put a whole body kit around it that it may look like an M5, but actually it's just a 2-liter diesel. That's what he actually done. This watch is worth about $40,000 tops, but he wanted to make it look like it's worth $1 million. Now we all know he can afford it.
Which a lot of rappers do, and I have a feeling that's going to be most of this video.
To be honest, I like this watch. You know, I actually really like this watch. A Rolex Day-Day 2. Rolex Day-Day is a really important watch in the history of Rolex, but in the history of watch culture as well. It's the first watch that ever got the nickname Day-Day
like this has got
US
some serious
actually wore this watch. A watch that first saw daylight in 1956, being the first watch to ever display the full day, written on the top at 12 o'clock, and of course the date at 3 o'clock. It's been copied several times after. A watch that was only produced to the public in precious metal since 1956. However, there's a few prototypes in the 70s and 80s that were made in steel. Those were never sold to the public. However, I have seen one in person, so it ended up in someone's hands. In 2008, Rolex introduced the Day-Day 2, which is this variation.
I think having gold with a black dial just sets it off so much better.
Up to 41 millimeter, or at least to a bigger size. In 2015, they discontinued the Day-Day 2 and brought back the Day-Day 40. The Day-Day 40 was a watch that was 1 millimeter smaller, but as well, the proportions of the bezel and the case were significantly better. Sleek and beautiful. However, this configuration is definitely one of my favorite Day-Days ever created. And I didn't expect that to say that. This is the Rolex Day-Day 2 reference number 218238 in full yellow gold with a really, really cool dial. Worth about $40,000.
I was just going to say, I love how in that picture it looks plastic. How did they make that?
Today. And it pains me to say, but Diddy is wearing a good watch. Is he in jail at the moment, or what's the crack?
Here we go.
Yeah? He is actually locked up in jail.
Throughout this video, he just speaks about P. Diddy and the whole situation.
Probably his favorite.
I know this is like old news, but yeah, just
this is what I mean. Jacob, this photo is probably 100 years old, is it? Because Jacob actually looks very young. I don't know what he's wearing. I don't really care what he's wearing. It's f***ing...
So, just to catch you up if you haven't seen any of my other videos, Nico Leonard absolutely, majorly dislikes Jacob & Co, is how I'll word it. He'll say other ways of saying it, but yeah, I've noticed that he absolutely dislikes it. That's the words that I will use.
Dog shit, yeah? It's dog.
I've just unpaused it at the best time as well.
It looks like Pristine Jewelers. It could be a Jacob & Co as well. He's with Jacob there, so he must be wearing a Jacob & Co. But there's a version of that from Pristine, which is just a generic watch, iced out. This is a quartz watch, battery-powered watch that is so-called worth $1 million. It's battery-powered, lad. There's a battery in the watch, and the most expensive part of this watch is supposed to be the movement, not the stones. This is just a bracelet. What the is wrong with you? People...
Can you understand now why I say strongly dislikes the brand?
saying this is £1 million, $1 million and this and flashy, and like, it's not. It's only worth as much as someone is willing to pay for it. And let me tell you, nobody has ever paid $1 million for that. Not a hope in hell. Today, if you brought this to me, I wouldn't pay more than £5 grand for that. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. An absolute push. The stones set in this watch are probably of a high quality, right? And I don't shoot the jeweler Jacob & Co. because he's a great jeweler, but he's also a wee bit of a hustler, mate. Beauvais Fleurier, an interesting watch. You never
like a
see
pocket
Beauvais
watch
on anyone. Any wrist. You see them in nice boutiques, in nice old-fashioned jewelers. But Beauvais is actually a really old watch brand, founded in 1822, and yes, it's on the dial as well, but I knew it was in the 1800s. I looked at the dial. Sorry.
Technically,
What he's
it'd be a
wearing
pocket
here is a
watch as well.
skeletonized tourbillon. Really, really cool watch. You can argue the style and the end link, how the watch is attached to the bracelet. That's just a matter of taste, but it represents a pocket watch, and I like the fact that Beauvais always stayed within their identity.
Not
Another
gonna lie,
brand
I like
stopped
that.
producing watches for a while.
It'd be a bit
and from
confusing
the
to
early
look at, though.
90s they reignited the brand a wee bit. I don't know what the situation is of the brand, but I do sometimes.
Could you imagine that there's a watch out there somewhere that is a pocket watch that could be put on a strap and you could wear it as a watch, and then when you want to, you just detach it and it'll be like a pocket watch? That would be cool.
See some Beauvais boutiques, and I know this watch itself at the time would have retailed in around the $300,000. I think it would be worth about $50,000 to $60,000. It's a loss-making brand, but that's not the
crazy,
reason
the
why you buy a
devaluation of that.
Beauvais. I do think Beauvais has some form of a future. Yellow gold rainbow. I mean, that is full factory. That
These
is
are
the
so
daddy.
hyped up.
That watch is worth approximately $400,000 today. I think it's a really cool watch. I think Rolex is doing an incredible job of defending this watch, or at least making sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Meaning that this watch has never really ended up with flippers, people that immediately wanted to sell it. Of course, there have been a few out there, but they've protected this watch all right. He did spend some.
I will end this video here, but just quickly while the annotation's on screen, Watch Expert reacts to Jack Doherty's fake lifestyle. I'm guessing it's about his watch. Would you like me to react to that next? Because I know that there's a wee bit of a, I wouldn't say hype, but there's a bit of a thing going with him at the moment. So if you'd like me to react to that next, just leave a like on this video. So I will end this video here because I am stupidly recording this really late at night, and I've got all my lights on, which makes it look like I'm in the daytime, but I'm actually not. It's like 2 in the morning. And again, sorry this one's a bit weird, but there's times where I like to record at night because it's all quiet in here, and that's why the mic's closer to me. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy. Sorry this is a bit of a short video, but like I say, this just popped up. Anytime a video just pops up, I do react to it on the spot and make a video of it. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new, because we're currently sitting at 453 subscribers, so we're very close to the 500 mark, which is one of my goals. And as always, I will see you in tomorrow's video at 10 PM. So until then, take care. Peace.